Alright, so the Super Falcons of Nigeria are less than 24 hours away from an appearance in the semifinal of the Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Joining them on the pitch will be the defending champs, Banyana of South Africa. For me, this matchup has been set up in stone even before the tournament began. Once we kind of knew the road to the final, we knew it was going to lead to the Super Falcons taking on Banyana. And this is the stage right here. This is the match preview video. We will be match previewing in this video, of course. But first, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. So yeah, Super Falcons of Nigeria will be taking on Banyana of South Africa tomorrow, Tuesday, the 22nd of July, 5 p.m. Nigerian time to start. And they will remain at the Stade Labi Zaouli in Casablanca, Morocco. That's one edge the Super Falcons have in this one. For the 5th game straight, they'll be playing in this stadium right here. Have not left from that location since the competition started. And of course, to watch the game, you can catch it on DSTV, Super Sports on DSTV, maybe GoTV, not too sure about GoTV. Then Being Sports, you can also catch it on there. Online, not too sure. You can search around on YouTube and maybe find it, but it's not 100% sure you're gonna see it online. But when it comes to the Super Falcons and South Africa, of course, this is a rematch of their first game at the last edition of the WAFCON. That was also in Morocco. South Africa defeat the Super Falcons by 2-1. Before that, I think it was a penalty shootout win in 2018. The game went to a draw, penalty shootout. Of course, Tochukwu Alohi was the hero on that day. I believe it was the semifinal of the WAFCON, semifinal or final. Then before that, they had actually beat us in the group 1-0. I think you got to go back to Desire Parnose when she scored that screamer against South Africa for our last win at the WAFCON against South Africa. But of course, the last time we faced South Africa, we defeated them in Olympic qualifiers, 1-0 at home, 0-0 away. That being said, going into this matchup right here, South Africa, they come in after playing 120 minutes in their last one. That was against Senegal. The game went to penalty shootout. Goalkeeper made a couple of saves. They held their nerves, made their penalties, and here they are in the semifinal. Of course, playing 120 minutes, you played a day after the Super Falcons, so you have kind of a day less. So that's going to be putting them in a tough spot right there, especially when you look at the team they're going to be playing in the Super Falcons. 5-0 win against Zambia, smooth sailing from the start to finish. They get to remain at the same site that they played their semifinal matchup at, and you have to make the traveling effort. So that's kind of tough right there. But that being said, like I said in a previous video, you can't really put that in mind and expect to have that advantage going into this game. This is still Nigeria taking on South Africa at the Women's AFCON. It's always going to be a big match. It's always going to be a big match. They're going to come in with something to prove, a chip on their shoulder. They are the defending champions of the competition. They did win that title right after we won it, so they basically took it from us, and they'll want to keep it. And I believe they'll come out fighting for that. They're not just going to roll over. It's going to be a tough matchup, but at the same time, I feel like the Super Falcons will come out with a fight of their own. I feel like this is a game that they'll really want to have. I'm pretty sure they're tired of being compared to South Africa. They're tired of South Africa being put up there with them as the top team in the continent. They'll want to show that they're the one and only giants of the African game when it comes to women's football. So I think this is a game they'll be taking more personal than the Zambia game. I think the issue with that one was the Zambian players, maybe the coach, kind of speaking about some stuff that ruffled feathers. But in this situation, I think you look back at past results, you look back at WAFCONs, even the Aisha Buhari Cup result. A lot of those players in that team are in this team right now. So they'll want to make amends for a lot of things, and they'll be coming into this game with a point to prove of their own. So this is basically the unstoppable force taking on the immovable object, but something's got to give at the end of this scenario. I feel like the Super Falcons have a team to get the job done. I feel like I said in the previous video, we have the better players, we have the better team. And by the way, speaking of team, I definitely have to shout out head coach of the side, interim head coach of the side, Justin Madugu. The performance against Zambia was top class. The team is yet to concede a goal in this competition. That's 4 matches, 4 clean sheets with 9 goals scored. So things are looking good going into this match. Hopefully he comes up with the right strategy. And even when you go back to the last game, it kind of was a surprise with the starting lineup, but somehow, some way, it was a perfect recipe from start to finish. I mean, it was just a masterful job by Justin Madugu. I gotta give him his credit for that. But that being said, you take a look at the lineup to start the game against Zambia. You see the 4 defenders plus goalkeeper didn't change. Rashida Tajibade, Halimatu Ayinde with Jennifer Echegini in the midfield. And I'll be an honest guy, I was wrong. Rashida Tajibade can play a little midfield. She did her thing. I'll raise my hand up. I was wrong about that. Still not 100% sold, but I can say I was wrong about that. That was just a ridiculous performance by her against Zambia. Then you look at the forwards. All forwards who started the game scored, which was incredible. Folashade Jamilusi, her first WAFCON goal. Esther Okoronkwo, her first WAFCON goal. And Chiwendui Hezu, her third WAFCON goal. I don't know if you're going to drop any of those forwards. The midfield, I don't know. I think you might need a little bit more steel against this South African side. I think that might be the place that you look at if you're going to make any changes to the team. I think the midfield might be the place. Christy Uchebe, Deborah Biodun, you might want to bring them in against South African side that really tries to take over midfields in their games. But, I mean, when you come out and look as good as they looked in the last game, it'll be hard for the coach to make any changes to his team. Of course, there's Choma Okafor, who has been out so far in the competition. The coach said she had 12 days to recover or something like that. Well, long story short, she's supposed to have been recovered by now, and she's up for selection. So let's see how that goes. She plays as a forward, so hey, she could be an option right there. She's real speedy, technical player, can finish, can create for other players. So good player. Definitely a good option for the team. Let's see how it goes if she gets any playing time in this one coming up. Of course, off the bench, Rensola Babajide just moved to Roma. This is a Champions League player. Definitely a good option. Francisco Adega. Asisat Oshwala. I'm still sticking with Asisat Oshwala. People talking about, yeah, she should retire now just because we won it. Nah, man. I'm still sticking with the GOAT. So, yeah, to your own opinion, I don't know, something. Tony Payne. Tony Payne is an option. Ifeoma Onumonu. I mean, the options on the bench are ridiculous. So, yeah, let's see how this goes right here. Up to the coach, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make the right decisions. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Super Falcons of Nigeria taking on Banyana of South Africa in the semifinal of the Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. For me, I feel like the Super Falcons get the job done. I don't think the goals dry up for the Super Falcons. Of course, having scored 5 in the last one, the expectation might be that they find it hard to score in this one, but I don't think that will be the case. I think the goals will continue to flow, and they get the job done in 90 minutes. But let me know your thoughts and predictions on the game. Put them in the comment section. Please don't forget to like this video. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.